you please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there, was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of America?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ayla Steer, and I am I just said sophomore. Oops. I'm the senior class treasurer and the former student body president. Welcome, everyone, to Plymouth State University's 146th commencement ceremony. When I found out that I'd been delivering this speech, I did what many speechwriters before me have done. I Googled speeches. But after countless hours spent on the computer, I felt a bit like SpongeBob when he was writing his boating school essay. My Word document had the lovely title of Graduation Speech at the top. I was proud, and it was time for a well-deserved break. I then turned to my resources at PSU. After asking so many people that I looked up to, I was given the advice to write what I know, and what I know is my story. Everyone's story here is different from the next, but what we all have in common is this chapter of our story at PSU. Like many of you, I came to Plymouth for an education, but I stayed for the people. Collectively, we share many stories of love and heartache, success and failures, lessons and memories from this wonderful place we all call home. My PSU story started when applying to colleges my senior year of high school. At that time, I was looking for one thing, an education. Little did I know that I would be getting so much of that outside of the classroom. When I was running for student body president, someone once said to me, "Only at Plymouth could Ayla be president." At first, I saw this as an insult, implying that I wasn't qualified for something I was truly passionate for. Now that I think of it, I think it's a compliment. Like many of you in this room, only here at Plymouth State was I able to fully blossom into the person that I am today. Only here was I accepted as my true self. Only here was I able to learn and experience all of the amazing things that I have. I hope each of you that are graduating today with me is able to say that you feel the same about the place that we all call home. Thank you all for being part of this chapter of my life and yours, and congratulations, class of 2017.
Good morning, and welcome to Plymouth State University on this special occasion. We are here today to honor and celebrate the accomplishments of those completing bachelor's, master's, CAGs, and doctoral degrees. Congratulations, graduates. It is my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party. I will ask each of them to stand as they are introduced and remain standing throughout the introductions. Please hold your applause until I have recognized everyone on the platform. The back row from your left, Brian Eisenhower, Distinguished Faculty Scholarship Award recipient. Anne Young Matthews, Excellence in Faculty Service Award recipient. Kathy Furtek Conway, Trustee, University System of New Hampshire. Robert A. Baines, Trustee, University System of New Hampshire. Amy Begg, Class of 1997, Plymouth State alumna and Secretary of the Board of Trustees, University System of New Hampshire. John R. Riss, Trustee, University System of New Hampshire. Kenneth C. Moulton, Class of 1973, PSU alumnus and Trustee, University System of New Hampshire. Jennifer Frank, Class of 2009-2012, Doctoral Student, Class of 2017. Ayla Steer, Treasurer, Class of 2017. Joseph Bover, President, Class of 2017. Marissa Davis, Vice President, Class of 2017. Kayla O'Brien, Secretary, Class of 2017. Megan Lang, Class of 2017 and University System Student Board Representative. And Mike Whalen, Class of 2006 and 2013, University System Student Board Representative. From the front row, from your left, Carolyn Kinane, the 2017 Distinguished Teaching Award recipient and today's Faculty Marshal. Mike Sun, the 2017 Distinguished Graduate Teaching Award recipient. Wallace R. Stevens, Class of 62, Plymouth State University alumnus and Trustee, University System of New Hampshire. Todd J. Leach, Chancellor of the University System of New Hampshire. Dick Anganos, today's recipient of the Granite State Award. Carmen M. Ortiz, recipient of an honorary doctorate of public service degree and today's commencement speaker. Donald L. Burks, 15th President of Plymouth State University. Gail Mears, Dean, College of Education, Health, and Human Services. Robin Parker, Dean, College of Business Administration. Cynthia Vaschek, Dean, College of Arts and Science. And Paula Lee Hobson, Vice President for University Advancement. Mark Fischler, Vice President for Student Affairs. Christopher Warren, Class of 2002, Graduate Class of 2004, and 2017 Distinguished Teacher Lecturer Award recipient, and David Anderson, Class of 1967, and representing the celebration of their 50th reunion.
Glad we got that right. Good morning, class of 2017. We will miss you. Not so much for the parties and getting rescued from the PEMI, but for who you have become and who you will be. We share your excitement. You are going places, from working with Voices Against Violence to teaching English in Ecuador, from law school and graduate programs to local businesses and civil service, education. You are going across the world and right next door. Jason Torres, three-time winner of PSU's Got Talent and graduating senior, says, graduating this beautiful school is a bittersweet feeling for me. I feel like I am who I am right now because of this school and the decisions I made. I remember freshman year knowing nobody to knowing everyone now. Battle of the Bands winner, Nick Gallo, another remarkable senior, looks forward in lyrics, "Welcome to the rest of your life. It's been a long time coming. I've been in and out of ruts and still don't think I do enough. But I see where I need to be, and I know I need to keep the trust." You may have your life all planned out, or you may not know what comes next, but either way, wonders will unfold as you start your journey. You may not believe this, but your path will be extraordinary because you are tomorrow changers, with the ability to spring back from adversity and to push forward in the face of obstacles, to follow your passion and create the exciting world that we are just on the cusp of experiencing. I have seen it in everything from your cluster projects, showcase of excellence, and academic accolades, to the songs you have written and the plays you have performed. From the North Country Lancaster Project, which is helping that community shape and brand its future, to the dramatization, Stormy Weather, which teaches us all that the more we learn, the more we know what we should and should not fear. Pushing ahead through her own storm and fears, American poet Maya Angelou was part of a movement to end racial discrimination. She wrote, "You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lines. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise." I love that image of her spirit of determination to make a difference, and it did. It reminds me of Thomas Jefferson, scientist, inventor, engineer, who in the midst of his quest to create the light bulb remarked, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." We see this spirit everywhere, even as we watch together in Prospect Hall, where the Patriots overcame the largest deficit in Super Bowl history to win. Quarterback Tom Brady said, "Down 25 points, it's hard to imagine us winning. That's why we play to the end." Number 12's point is important. Both as individuals and a team, never give up. Like the happy ending of the Super Bowl, you're at the end of your experience here at Plymouth State. You are now graduates, and you'll change the world in ways we can't even imagine today. I don't know what your challenges will be, but some will be similar to ours. When I was growing up, we were wreaking havoc on our nation's environment. The Cuyahoga River caught fire. This incident was neither particularly unusual nor the most significant in a history of fires that were fueled by thick, oily sludge that fouled our lakes and their arteries. But it doesn't happen anymore because a group of tomorrow changers turned the tide. As the late anthropologist Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." In 1970, we had just gone to the moon like many others. I was beginning to feel that we could do anything if we really wanted to. So when the time came, I skipped school to go to the first Earth Day in Philadelphia. This was also a time of great challenge. The doomsday clock was close to midnight. The Vietnam War was raging. We were polluting our environment. It was the height of the counterculture with the deaths of Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin within 2 weeks of each other. Some fans out there. The last Beatles album arrived, and Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water stated that the world was poised to change. 1970 gave voice to an emerging consciousness that we should change the world. That year, the founders of Earth Day chose a date between spring break and final exams to start a movement. On April 22, 1970, 20 million Americans peacefully demonstrated for a healthy, sustainable environment in massive coast-to-coast rallies. By the end of that year, the first Earth Day had led to the creation of the United States Environmental Protection Agency and the passage of the Clean Air, Clean Water, and Endangered Species Act. Earth Day today is celebrated in over 192 countries, and over 1 billion people observe it. Climate change is one of the challenges of today, and this year you made Plymouth State the first university in the United States to accept climate reality's call to action. You, our students, made this happen. The project is perfect for us tomorrow changers. It will take the commitment of thousands of faculty, staff, students, and alumni between now and 2030 to answer the question, how do we build a world that is sustainable for our future? It is the ultimate open laboratory project, and our laboratory is the whole university. And there are more exciting challenges ahead. Clean energy, electric cars, global peace, inequality, economic development, and even colonies on Mars. Who wants to go? No takers. Come on. For this, you will need an attitude like President Kennedy when he spoke of the desire of Americans to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do greater things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. You are prepared to do great things and to be resilient throughout your life and career. Now it is up to you to carry our world forward by seizing the opportunities of the 21st century. You have everything you need to do it. As author J.K. Rowling once said, we do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. As you go, know that we will be with you in spirit, cheering you on and welcoming you back home to Plymouth State whenever you are able to visit. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Oh, God. There we go. We're good. Okay. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Don't know where you are, but hello, class of 2017. My name is Joe Bover, and it has been an honor to serve as your class president over the course of this amazing journey these past 4 years. The Oxford Living Dictionary defines superlative, when used as a noun, as something or someone embodying excellence. This is how I define every person I've met in Plymouth. When we first moved to Plymouth, most of us didn't know what to expect. We asked ourselves questions like, what will my roommate be like? What will classes be like? Will I pass, fail? Will I make friends? Over time, our questions about this place dwindled, and our love for this community grew. In the beginning, I would catch myself, as many of you I'm sure did as well, saying, I can't wait to go home. At some point, that phrase took on a new meaning, though, for most of us at least. We'd still catch ourselves saying, I can't wait to go home. But the thing is, we weren't talking about our hometowns anymore. We were talking about Plymouth. It's truly remarkable how such a small town and campus can foster such an amazing, caring, and thoughtful community. Everyone here has found something to love within our town, whether it's the soft glow of the lights during the first snowfall of the year, or walking along Alumni Way when the leaves begin to change. I really think this year has taught me the definition of bittersweet. I hope that the friends, lessons, and memories you've learned here will always stay with you, no matter where in life you go. Whether it's 20 minutes down the road or 2,000 miles away, a part of us will always be here in Plymouth, and a part of Plymouth will always be in us. So I guess it's time to wrap it up and say thank you to each and every one of you here today, our families, our friends who have become like family, our faculty who have become like friends, our staff, and to Plymouth itself, I say thank you.
A native son of New Hampshire's largest city, You are widely credited as the force behind Manchester's revitalization and its transformation into an economic hub for the state. Your innate talent in real estate enabled you to visit a blighted neighborhood and envision new businesses there, to take a contaminated parcel of land and transform it into a premier healthcare facility, to repurpose the site of a vacant manufacturing plant and open a 70,000-foot supermarket in the heart of downtown. A master of the public-private partnership, you leveraged a network of friends and associates to collaborate with local government in hundreds of new enterprises for the economic development and benefit of New Hampshire and its citizens. Your own business acumen has expanded Agnost investments far beyond real estate into restaurants, coffee shops, fitness franchises, retail operations, and one of the country's biggest and best Harley-Davidson dealerships. All right. Agnost employee family, as you consider them now, numbers over 5,000, with each employee valued as a person making their unique contribution regardless of their position. It was your extended Greek family that modeled the values that have become your touchstone: responsibility to the community, service to others, and giving back. From families in transition and the New Hampshire Recovery Initiative to St. George Greek Orthodox Cathedral, all have benefited from your volunteer leadership and charitable giving. Your efforts have saved hundreds of lives from addiction and created a model for other communities. Dick Agnost, for your extraordinary contributions to the economic development of the state of New Hampshire, for your visionary leadership of your business and your hometown, and for your exemplary service to your fellow New Hampshire citizens, Plymouth State University is proud to confer upon you the Granite State Award.
So before I get started, I have to tell you that this has to be one of the coolest and most awesome things I've ever been asked to do. I've learned more in the last 24 hours about colors, about stripes, about tassels, about medieval things, and most of all about what you have all gone through in the last 4 years and what commitments you've made and what commencement really means. Now you gotta take that with a grain of salt because it's coming from a guy whose phone still does this. So let me get situated here. Thank you, President Burks, members of the Board of Trustees, deans, vice presidents, members of the faculty, and members of the great class of 2017. I am truly humbled to stand before you and accept this honor for service to our great state of New Hampshire, my home state, the place I chose to establish my businesses, raise my family, and make a difference. In the interest of full disclosure, while I am accustomed to public speaking, I've never had the privilege of offering remarks at a commencement ceremony, and frankly, I am a little nervous. I've never even participated in a university commencement ceremony. When it was my time to go to college, life's circumstances intervened, and I was never able to attend college. This cap and gown scares the shit out of me, although I hope they let me keep it. I'd love to wear this to work every day. It's a good thing we don't eat in them because I'd have food stains down the front already. Truly, I feel I should be sitting where you are and you should be up here. College is still on my bucket list, though. Can't you guys see me turning up with you guys? I heard weekends at Plymouth start on Thursday night and end on Wednesday night. But guys, the party's over. I am proud to have met with success in building many businesses of which we still operate about 17, employing almost 5,000 people. I've succeeded in solving problems to serve the best interests of my hometown, Manchester, and of the rest of our great state. And now I hope to succeed as a speaker at this ceremony by the best measure I know, keeping it short. And hopefully, meaningful to you graduates by offering a point or two that may help you along your path. The next steps you take off campus will be the beginning of a new chapter in your life story, which is why I presume this is called a commencement and not a finale. These should be bold and brave steps. So now you party animals are prepared with lots of knowledge and a little experience. Let me offer 3 bits of advice to help you apply what you have learned toward achieving the real potential you hold to make a difference in this world. First, I'm all for that too. You'll see later on in my speech we get to that. First, surround yourself with quality people. Your grandmother, she was yaya to me, may have told you that you are the company you keep. She was right. Choose your friends who have a positive outlook, those who seek to build up things in people and not tear them down. Look around you. The most ambitious, hardest working classmates are hanging with other ambitious and hardworking people. You will learn more and you'll challenge yourself further by sharing experiences with bright, passionate, purposeful people. Be enthusiastic about what you do. Enthusiasm, like Windex, if you've seen my big fat Greek wedding, comes from a Greek word meaning your God within. Nothing is more contagious than one's enthusiasm. Surround yourself with truth tellers. Don't compromise your integrity for anyone or for anything. Be honest, communicate directly, and speak truth to power in a respectful and civil manner, of course. Your word is your bond, and when you start out on your career path, it's all the capital you've got. Respect everyone because you get what you give. Respect isn't something you're born with, it's something you earn. That's the kind of person employers like me want to hire, the kind of person you want to marry, the kind of person who makes you better. Being a football guy, the great coach Vince Lombardi said, the good news is winning is a habit, but the bad news is losing is one too. Secondly, I'm moving along. Be creative and innovative in problem solving and be brave in offering your ideas. I like to think of myself as a disruptive leader. Although I'm usually in a meeting, I'm the dumbest guy in the room. In any meeting, at least I have the balls to ask the stupidest possible questions to solve the most complex problems and not give 2 shits about what anyone thinks about it. It's the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. My role is to enable employees to bring forward their best thinking and their fresh ideas to solve a problem and to get us closer to the vision we've defined. Do what you say and follow through. You will be remembered no matter how small that act might be. Your boss will expect it. Your potential boss will be searching for creativity and gumption in any applicant pool your resume may be in, I guarantee you. Too many young people fear the failure that comes with creativity, but failure is the best teacher. Don't fear it. Embrace it when it happens. Analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and apply it next time. I've learned more from a single failure than a dozen successes. Be inspired by what Winston Churchill said. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it's the courage to continue that counts. Now that's resiliency. Churchill also said, the pessimist sees problems with every opportunity while the optimist sees opportunities with every problem. In every situation, you need to find the opportunities and seize them. Express your own ideas and opinions, even when it may oppose the conventional thinking, especially when it may oppose conventional thinking. Like I always say, in adversity, there's opportunity. 5 of our most profitable companies were pulled from the ashes or the edge of bankruptcy to become smashing successes by utilizing this type of creative thinking. The strong management principles, like those you've been taught here at Plymouth, hard work, and long nights of crazy drinking at the bar saying, "What are we, crazy?" Lastly, and most importantly, Do your part for the community. Everyone should always hold two jobs. The first one should support you financially, and the second one should support your society. I think I have about 35 jobs now. Not only is volunteering a good way to get started toward a job with a project that matters to you, but it's who we are and what we do here in New Hampshire. Our small signs means you're only 1 or 2 steps away from the CEO, the governor, or someone who can open the next door for you. Ideas and access are everywhere. That means that you can make a big difference in a short time, and you should. Like my close friend, last year's Granite Award winner and your alumnus, Nick Valis, I'm the son of Greek immigrants. We grew up in a tightly knit inner city community of big Greek families who took care of each other. It's in our DNA to reach out and help, not stand by and watch. Our community took care of us, and we take care of it by giving someone else a leg up, an opportunity, or a kind word. Giving back will give back to you tenfold. I'm a living, breathing example of that. That's exactly what we did to attack the opiate epidemic in Manchester. We weren't going to stand by and watch our hometown go down the drain. And I know that you've all seen it in the press. So we got a group of doers together, we partnered with existing resources, we identified the gaps in care for addicts, and we made a plan to address them. We developed a model program that is now being carried on throughout the state. We did what we could, and so should you. Use your talents, your networks, your creativity to leverage change on an issue that matters to you. I'll reiterate what President Burke said. As Margaret Mead said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has, and that's the truth. Before I close, I would like to share the real motivation behind all my success, because they happen to be sitting with you. In the first row is my lovely wife, Demetria, my son, Alexander, and his partner, Amy, along with my grandson, Xavier, my son, Stavros, and his girlfriend, Carly, a 2016 Plymouth graduate. Let's have a hand for Carly. My son, Dimitri. He has Plymouth on his short list. He's a junior. In closing, you must use all 6 of your senses wisely. Yes, 6. God gave you smell, taste, touch, hearing, and sight. Plymouth State University gave you the most important one, and that's common sense. You'll learn to use it. Plymouth State University, I sincerely thank you for honoring me, for being part of a small group of thoughtful, concerned citizens. Class of 2017, I thank you for sharing your graduation day with me. My sincere wish for each one of you is to live a life that matters because of your creativity, your involvement, your circle of influence. Party hardy today, you've earned it, and then get out there tomorrow and do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dick. From your birth to immigrant, oh, a little too fast. Okay. From your birth to immigrant parents in New York City, through your recently completed tenure as U.S. Attorney for the District of Massachusetts, you have defied expectations as a woman and as a Latina, shattering any glass ceiling that sought to contain your determination. Inspired by television courtroom dramas to pursue a career in justice, you became the first in your family to achieve a college degree and bravely answered what you have called the greatest calling, that of public service. A 19-year career as a federal prosecutor for the United States Department of Justice puts you on the front lines of seeking justice for those harmed by hate crimes, human trafficking, child exploitation, employment and housing discrimination, healthcare fraud, and civil rights violations. You have boldly prosecuted domestic terrorists, internet thieves, white-collar criminals, and the kingpins of gangs and organized crime, so you better watch out there. You have served as a guardian of the American way of life and a righteous defender of the United States Constitution. Your leadership and proactive outreach to faith communities, town halls, local officials, schools, and neighborhoods has encouraged all citizens to engage around issues of public safety, drug awareness, community policing, and civil rights. And much of this you accomplished as a widowed mother of 2 young children. Carmen Milagros Ortiz, in recognition of your accomplished legal career and extraordinary public service, your inspiration of the next generation of young people, regardless of color, creed, or background, to reach their highest ambitions, and your deep personal commitment to seek liberty and justice for all. Plymouth State University hereby confers upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Public Service, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
Thank you. I'll try. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. President Burks. Distinguished faculty, administrators, members of the Board of Trustees, proud parents, family, friends, and of course the esteemed graduates of the class of 2017. Congratulations to you today. I can't tell you how delighted I am to be here celebrating this very special achievement with you. And make no mistake about it, what you have learned and what Plymouth State has given you is truly remarkable. And this is just the beginning. I'd like to thank President Burks as well as Vice President Paula Lee for inviting me and affording me the opportunity to address you today. And also for thank Plymouth State for giving me this tremendous honor today. I know that this university has one of the best and more expanding programs in criminal justice, and it's wonderful to be recognized by this institution for work that I've dedicated much of my career to. And I do want to take a brief moment to congratulate Dick Anagnost for the incredible award that he just received, but more importantly for the life that he has led and what he has done for the community. Congratulations. And I also want to take a quick moment to acknowledge the many family members who are here today, parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, significant others. You know, as a mother of 2 college graduates now, I know how tremendous that sense of pride you must feel at seeing your graduate in a cap and gown. I undoubtedly think that this is a dream come true for you after so many sacrifices and I'm sure a bunch of student loans. But in sincerity, I hope you yourselves out there feel a sense of shared pride and accomplishment, because it is through your love and your support and your guidance that they are here today. You know, though I've done quite a bit of speaking before different audiences, I always enjoy talking to the future leaders of our country. It's very rewarding for me because I hope, and I'll tell you a little bit about my personal story in a moment, that as you hear about my path, the path that I've traveled and the choices that I've made to get to where I am today, that you will realize that despite life's challenges and adversities, you can overcome them to find your happiness, your success, and your mission in life. I thought it might be valuable to highlight a few examples about resilience as you sit here today thinking about your own future and what will life bring. One thing that you can count on is that you will be tested at different times in your life with various obstacles, requiring you to figure out ways to forge ahead despite those obstacles. And you don't know what life will bring, because in the next coming months, years, and even decades, each of you will follow planned and unplanned paths. And your career will be guided by many things, and in particular from your personal life to your changing interests. What you care and are excited about today isn't what you will care about and be excited tomorrow or 5 years from now. And graduates, I am living proof that with hard work and perseverance, you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. And I say that with confidence because in looking out at you today, I'm reminded of myself so many years ago. You know, as a young Latina girl growing up in Spanish Harlem, I could never have imagined in my lifetime, similar to Dick, that I would be giving a commencement address. All I knew is that I yearned to be a lawyer. Yes, it was watching a lot of Perry Mason, the Law and Order of my time. I'm the oldest of 5 children. My parents are from a small town in Puerto Rico, and neither of them spoke English or had much education, but they moved to New York City for a better life. And even though my parents had very little, they instilled in me certain values that emphasized working hard and studying hard. I'm sure as many you have experienced as well. And they taught me that education would be the key to my success and my happiness, and they were right. As you heard President Burks tell you, I was the first one in my family to go to college. And after that, my passion led me to law school and a career primarily in public service. There were, of course, challenges along the way. I was a Hispanic woman, predominantly in a male field. But I saw the fact that I was a Hispanic woman of very modest circumstances, not as a hurdle, but rather as an opportunity to excel, to break down barriers, and hopefully to make a difference. It was with that in mind that I launched my career. I became a lawyer at the Department of Justice in Washington. I then moved here to Massachusetts, well, next door to Massachusetts, where I became a state prosecutor. And then I did some private practice. And my life back then was going according to plan. I was an eager young attorney honing her skills. I was a wife and a mother of 2 little girls. And I had reached that point in my life where I thought I had it all. I was on top of the world. But there were some things in life, and there are things in life that you simply can't predict. And never could I have prepared myself for my husband's cancer diagnosis at the age of 34. And we battled that illness for 8 years until it finally took his life 17 years ago. I was left devastated. Slowly, though, I began to pick up the pieces, and I was fortunate to be surrounded by family, friends, and colleagues who supported me through a very difficult time. And I learned what was a difficult lesson at that time for a woman who was very independent and very confident, that I needed to ask for help and that I shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. And over the years, I have come to believe that asking for help is a sign of strength and not of weakness. In navigating my personal and professional life, I've encountered numerous ups and downs, but I never gave up on what I wanted to achieve. And my ability to persevere and overcome hardships has been based and relied upon the support system that I've always had in place, a committed, loving family, dedicated friends, and reliable colleagues. 8 years ago, when I was a federal prosecutor at the U.S. Attorney's Office, my once little girls were now blossoming and independent young women ready to move on in their own lives. And although I had been satisfied with the various challenges of my career, I still yearned for more, and I sought to become U.S. Attorney. It was an honor and a privilege to serve as a chief federal law enforcement officer. Looking back at the 7.5 years as U.S. Attorney, I couldn't have been prouder to be part of the Department of Justice family. And while our #1 priority was battling terrorism, we focused a lot on financial fraud, public corruption, human trafficking, cybercrime, and protecting the civil rights of every citizen. More importantly, though, and one of the things that I found truly rewarding in my job was the many work that I did with victims of crime, survivors, and their families, and helping them navigate the criminal justice system, advocating on their behalf to address wrongs that they had suffered, and doing everything that we could as prosecutors to bring them justice really was fulfilling. And in working with these victims and survivors, I was continuously amazed and touched with the resiliency with which many of them handled their own tragic situation. I'm just going to give you a couple of examples. I got to know Reverend Kim Odom a woman who was the mother of 13-year-old Stephen, who loved to play basketball with his friends. But in October of 2007, as Stephen was walking home after basketball, just a few feet from his front door, he was shot and killed by a gang member's bullet. Kim was devastated, but she has also turned that tragedy into a basis for doing good and helping others. She's become a zealous advocate and a speaker against gun and gang violence because she doesn't want other families to go through what she went through. Judy Shepard is the mother of Matthew Shepard, a young gay man who was brutally beaten and left to die in a 1998 hate crime. I've gotten to know Judy, and she turned her tragedy by setting up a foundation, the Matthew Shepard Foundation, that supports efforts opposing anti-LGBTQ hatred. And then, of course, in one of the most challenging cases during my tenure that drew national attention involving the Boston Marathon explosions, I met countless of individuals that exhibited strength and courage and resilience as they faced their own hardships. You know, after those explosions faltered, that city was shaken to its core. But Boston stood tall, and it stood strong. And ordinary people chose to act and risked harm to help others, and professionals worked round the clock to help others and to bring back peace and safety to that community. I learned from this event that as a people living in this great country, when needed, we come together and we're there for each other. Many of the marathon families and survivors helped one another and supported each other during the investigation and the trial of that case. Many have set up foundations to help victims of other terrorist acts, to help others that need prosthetics, and to support acts of kindness and peace. These efforts have all illustrated how people prevail and thrive despite experienced traumatic events. So surrounding yourself with people who will believe and support you, asking for help and not being afraid to ask for that help, never giving up on what you want to achieve, and acts of kindness can enable you to overcome whatever life may throw your way. So, okay, I'm now closing. Let me say that soon each of you are going to be fanning out across New England and this country, seeking to make your mark, seeking to blaze new trails, and confronting the unprecedented challenges of tomorrow. I have no doubt that the foundation that Plymouth State has provided you with has given you the tools not only to succeed, but to fulfill all of your potential. Remember, as you strive for success and you achieve your goals, don't forget to give back to your community. And yes, we all love Sir Winston Churchill, because I'm going to quote him as well. He once said, "We make a life by what we get, but we make a living by what we give." As you leave here today, please note that there is much that you can give to shape and improve the world that we all share. There's no question that we need you. We need you to be engaged. We need your voice. We need your vision, especially now during these challenging times in our country. That is your mission, class of 2017, and that is your responsibility, and I have no doubt that you will accomplish it all. Thank you.
We now come to the conferring of degrees. You've been waiting for that, huh? Okay.
Good morning. Sadly, this past year, Plymouth State lost a wonderful, promising graduate student, Megan Katie Anderson. She would have graduated today at this commencement with her Master of Science in Accounting. We would like to recognize her and her achievements by awarding her the degree posthumously. At this time, I would like to ask for a moment of silence. On Megan's family's behalf, I'll ask Dr. Gregory Dumont, the Director of Students for the College of Business, to accept the award on their behalf.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University System of New Hampshire, I confer upon Megan Katie Anderson the degree of Master of Science in Accounting with all honors pertaining thereto.
President Burks, I have the honor today to present the women and men who have completed the degree requirements for the Doctor of Education, Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies, Masters of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science, and are hereby recommended by the faculty of Plymouth State University to receive their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University System of New Hampshire, I confer upon you the Doctor of Education, Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies, the Masters of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Graduate degree candidates, I guess you were supposed to be raised, but we'll have you stay put. You'll be instructed by the usher to approach the platform to receive your degree.
Dr. Jennifer Marietta Frank, being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Linda Carrier. Dr. Pamela J. Thomas is being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Kathleen Norris. Dr. Adnan Tahir is being hooded by his dissertation committee member, Dr. Kathleen McCabe. Dr. Michelle Jean Robinson is being hooded by her dissertation committee member, Dr. Kathleen McCabe. Dr. Nicholas William Marks is being hooded by his dissertation chair, Dr. Christy Sweeney. Dr. Carolyn Marie Gross is being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Kathleen Norris. Dr. Tara Fortner is being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Gary Goodnow. Raina Janet Eckhart is being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Ann Berry. Dr. Lori F. Collins is being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Kathleen Norris. Dr. Dawn Elizabeth Brough is being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Gail Mears. Dr. Marcy Marie Ainsley is being hooded by her dissertation chair, Dr. Robin Parker. The Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies, Jewel Christine Finley. Jack K. Finley. Jennifer Lee Mayo. Jennifer Jane Fortier. Liana Jane Haddad. Kyle David Brumfield. Bailey Carrigan. Kimberly M. Jessamine. Keith Douglas Van Gordon. Taylor Jordan Ausaker. Elise Eve Cremonini. Michael Connor Coutier. I don't like them being way up there. Morgan Grace Moore. I know, but. Daniel Deshawn Pettit. Laura Elizabeth Getz. Carolyn Frances Greeno. Rebecca King Hansen. Matthew David Mazzone. Anju Surestha. Courtney Jo Hiltz. Heather Lynn Corrigan. Director of Faculty Roxana Wright and Director of Students Gregory Dumont presenting the Masters of Business Administration. Ihsan Ali. Dipendra Basnet. Daniel Eugene Bell. Amanda Berquist. Manika Bista. Jordan Black Deegan. Ryan Black Deegan. Jean Marie Brogan. Christiane Germaine Dion. Alexander Christopher Javaklian. Meredith Colleen Gabnon Dubney. Macon B. Garway. Shifaro Melis Gizau. Shariel Shayna Hollowell. Yu Ching Shui. Christopher Ryan John. Alma Kurtovic. Jacqueline Teresa Langtang. Ling Yu Liao. Amir Muhammad. Tammy Lee Mosier. Bidya Nemkul. Aaron F. Olajars. Jacob B. Pellerin. Masumben Ravel. Anuja Sen. Barbara L. Swayze. Susha Tapa Chetri. Donald Tuttle Thompson III. Gary Goodnow, presenting the Masters in Counselor Education and School Psychology. Tennille Dorothy Torino. Megan Anna Athanasiou. Casey Lynn Bittman.
We're going to let Adam say Kelsey's name.
Okay. Trista Lee Bruns. Crystal Michelle Bunnell. Joy Elizabeth Burrell. Corey Nicole Charland. Courtney Rose Constant.
Kelsey Ross Donnelly.
Elizabeth A. Dubé. Melissa Ann Emerson. Kayla Lynn Gaudette. Cody Morgan Gilchrist. Samantha Jo Gross. They're really backed up, taking pictures. Brian Joseph Hamilton. Ashley Marie Hess. Taylor Johnston. Jonelle Benson Landry. Cassandra E. Lucas. Emily Beth Ludwig. Yusuf Mabrouk. Kathleen McPherson. I know that name. Catherine Julia Mishashik. Megan Kathleen Murtaugh. Denise Poudriere Newmanden. Johanna Katuska Patricki. Stacy Elizabeth Picard. John Anthony Sanchez. Forrest Caitlin Steinberg. Hang on. Erica Stickle. Brittany Elizabeth Sullivan. Alicia Priscilla Tebow. Jamie Lee Topkin. Jacob Scott Topliff. Carrie Nicole Wenzel. Dale Janine Wilkinson. Xiaosheng Chu. Brent W. Wilmot. Department Chair Marcel Lebrun presenting the Masters in Educational Leadership, Curriculum, and Instruction. Musli Mohammed Alanatsi. Maha Mohammed Alzin. Sultan Turki bin Tuwaim. Katerina Marie Biss. Lisa Rachel Brown. Rebecca Ann Chappell. Melinda L. Charles. Jessica Lee Coughlin. Michelle L. Custance. Jennifer J. Dale. Amelia Ann Doherty. Caitlin Michelle Dowell. Heidi Sue Dunlop. Michaela Annette Eichen. Carolyn Nicole Fox. Sarah Elizabeth Fraser. Lucas Perry Thomas Gallo. Colleen C. Hussey. Bethany Johnson. Sarah Offit Jones. Nicole Jean Laramie. Storm Andrew Lavella Shout. Sarah Jewel Leonard. Kathleen J. McLean. Andrea Marie Macri. Nadia Mohammed Mastour. Stephen Malloy. Elizabeth Ann Moss. Bianca Lynn Parsons. Ann Whitman Miller Peterson. Amy G. Provenzel. Caitlin Ashley Robinson. Madison Alexandria Rockwell. Miri Starkey Duchnowski. Erin Lee Stevens. Lindsay Marie Stroh. Ashley Renee Weaver. Aisha Renee Weaver. William George Abbott. Kelly Jo Collins. Juliet A. Fleischer. Chelsea May Merritt. Alyssa Marie Nelson. Maria Frances Scalfani. Emily Ross Taylor. Heather Marie Young. Jenna Lee Bauberger. Zachary Joseph Casanelli. Brian William Kontorchik. Alex William Gunderson. Daniel Thomas Hardery. Lauren Michelle Hunter. Jenna Elizabeth Janati. Chantel Alexandra John. Kira Marie Paulin. Catherine Patrice Parmalee. Molly Ann Ricker.
Will the bachelor degree candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise and remain standing? Candidates from the College of Business Administration, please rise. And candidates from the College of Education, Health, and Human Services, please rise. President Burks, I have the honor to present the women and men who have completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Science degree, and are hereby recommended by the faculty of Plymouth State University to receive their degrees.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University System of New Hampshire, I confer upon you the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and the Bachelor of Science with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Degree candidates, you may be seated until instructed by the usher to approach the platform to receive your degree.
Let's make sure that they're coming. I think what you need to do is grab it in the middle and hand it to me. I don't have anything to grab. Right? You ready? Ayla Virginia Steer. Joseph Robert Bovair, cum laude. Marissa Caitlin Davis. Carly M. O'Brien, magna cum laude. Megan Caitlin Lang, cum laude. Jason Swift, presenting the art department. Molly Louise Hookman, summa cum laude. Peter Alexander Bashis. Sarah Elizabeth Bengtson. Nicholas R. Blazo. Gabriella Monica DeFreger. Stephanie Augusta DeSimone. Abby Catherine Dimmick, magna cum laude. Samantha M. Dunn. Sarah Elizabeth Ellis, magna cum laude. Nicole Victoria Friedman, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Travis Fullerton, summa cum laude. Cole Nathan Glod. Emily Wanyong Hayes. Stacy Simone Howe, cum laude. Sarah Jean Lindsay. Leah Carey McAuliffe. Taylor Lynn McKenzie, magna cum laude. Tyler Bennett Miga, summa cum laude. Molly Elizabeth Murphy, cum laude. Gabriella Elizabeth Nunes. Samantha Ray Poirier, magna cum laude. Danielle Rose Racamato, magna cum laude. Leonard Matthew Rollo, cum laude. Marina Delia Rodriguez. Emily Elizabeth Tentis, summa cum laude. Adam J. Toomey, magna cum laude. Jason Torres, cum laude. Sam Miller, presenting Atmospheric Science and Chemistry. Joseph William Caruso IV, magna cum laude. Julian B. Achardo. Bo Allen Dykstra, magna cum laude. Marie Ann Kern. Jabin Dexter Knapp. Lydia Jane McGuire. Brandon Orrin Mitchell, cum laude. Benjamin C. Nemi. Taylor Nicole Trask. Alexander Ross Treecarton. Michael Aaron Ventimiglia. Catherine Rose Verfai. William Samuel Beatty Weber, II. Christopher Shabbat, presenting Biological Sciences. Stacy Laura Peterson. Kimberly Ann Amerson, cum laude. Parker Richard Bradley, magna cum laude. Daniel Thomas Casey. Tia Elizabeth Clay. Kyle Ross Farrow, cum laude. Mitchell Gallison, summa cum laude. Casey F. Henry. Hannah Ray Hyatt. Lucas Allen Kirker. Jared Brian Lammy. Cassandra D. Lavoy, cum laude. Deasia Monique Lawrence, magna cum laude. Alex Lee Lawson. Felix Conrad Bertil Lindberg, summa cum laude. Amanda Lee Mace. Kendra June Morse. Kate Olivia Myers. Carolyn Ray Ornato. Jordan Nicole Ray, magna cum laude. Just keep going. Just keep going. Zachary M. Stevens, magna cum laude. Bradley Kelly Swan.
Andrew Thomas Van Houten.
Doa Ibrahim Zaglul. Stephanie R. Robinson, magna cum laude. Department Chair Kathy LeBlanc, presenting Communication and Media Studies. Take two. Stephanie R. Robinson, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ann Boshar. Haley Elizabeth Branovan. Robert J. Carney. Mackenzie Charles Cleveland. Mark Barrett Davis. Thomas Patrick Detlinger. Julie Ann Donovan. Rebecca Faith Goldstein. Alexandra Rain Hadley, magna cum laude. Zachary A. Halloran, summa cum laude. John W. M. Haney. McCabe Hendricks Hemmers, cum laude. Kevin Patrick Kelly. Christopher Ryan Cush. Lauren Beth Lebrecq, summa cum laude. Michael Carmen McGuire. Joshua Austin McLaughlin. Jacob Bradley Nunes. Liam Russell Willett. Cassandra Lynn Pearson, summa cum laude. Andrew Robert Richards. Jordan Rose Rosenberg, magna cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Ruby. Christopher Michael Sylvester. Lauren Ray Vengren. Cole Richard Williams. Department Chair Xiaosheng Shen, presenting Zhizhang Shen, Computer Science and Technology. Bethany M. Lange. Jordan S. Anderson. Patrick Christopher Benedict. Sydney Lauren Cafaro. David Connor Delahunty. Alan B. Kent III. Nicholas Thomas Levesque. Gage Tanner Lorette. Gregory Richard Mallon. Kenneth Manavong. Robert McDuffie, cum laude. Austin Michael McGuire. Jeremy Roland McLeod, cum laude. Charles Stanley Miller Nelson. K. Sam Eng. Eric Allen Parrott. Frank Jr. Patiasina. Bennett Sturgis Payne. Kyle Rainville, magna cum laude. Joseph P. Ryan. Nathaniel Red Smith. Mackenzie Ryan Tatro. Timothy Spencer Wright. Department Chair Ann McClellan, presenting English. Shannon Lee Griffiths, magna cum laude. Alexander Robert Francione, cum laude. Samuel Fahey Gagnon. Tony Marie Gallant. Daniel Robert Gannon, cum laude. Brandon Lee Gilson. Brett Wade Hansen. Hannah Gabrielle Hounsel, summa cum laude. Shannon Mora Kelly. Kendall May LaRiviere, summa cum laude. Rachel Beatrice Levi, cum laude. Sarah Vida Leibowitz, summa cum laude. David Arnold McNeil, cum laude. Kelsey Ray Neely. Kendall M. Panaggio. Brianna A. Perry. Shayna Adele Rowe, magna cum laude. James Peter Sarago. Cameron Michael Toll. Jose Avel Cruz. Emmett Scott Dell Warren. Ellen Rose Wilborg, cum laude. Department Chair Marianne McGarry presenting Environmental Science and Policy. Kate Marie Poirier, summa cum laude. William Brees Young. Jesse D. Carlson, summa cum laude. Erica Ann Clifford. Ryan Andrew Duquette, cum laude. Kimberly S. Eggers, cum laude. Eric Joseph Gulbicki. Adam J. Guy, cum laude. Christopher John Hamilton. Alex Richard Johnston. Christopher G. Kirk. Thomas Arthur LaFortune. Kevin James Lawson. Zachary Ryan Marr. Ted William Malagodi. Alexandra Nicole Maurer, magna cum laude. Michael V. Messina. Michael J. Peterson. Brian Lynn Rossiter. Brianna Lynn Rossiter. Jared David Seaver. Matthew T. Steenburgen. Nicole M. Stevens, cum laude. Luke Thomas Sutherland. Rebecca Lee Thompson. Paige Allison Wilson, cum laude. Sean H. Wilson. Kyle Alexander Witunsky. Thaddeus T. Zidon. Christian John Zielinski. Department Chair John Krukeberg presenting History, Philosophy, and Social Studies Education. Joshua Michael Butler. Andrew A. Town, summa cum laude. Catherine Abigail Bazell, magna cum laude. Anthony Hupsey Gilchrist. Jessica Grace Hardart. Sophia Eliza Lopez. Marissa A. Nunes, cum laude. Alexander Robert Owen. Jared Tyler Richard, cum laude. Courtney Ann Smith, summa cum laude. Jessica Lynn Vino, summa cum laude. Emily S. Weed, cum laude. Zachary Douglas Ziemba. Department Chair Robin DeRosa, presenting interdisciplinary studies. Colby Bernie Downs, magna cum laude. Allison Marie Abbott. Mariah Leah Barnum, magna cum laude. James Dearborn Campbell, cum laude. Key Cowley, cum laude. Casey Carol Connors. Elizabeth Ann Daly. Samantha Kayla Davies. Amara Hounsel Decker, summa cum laude. Gina Marie DeBona. Andrea Marie Ellis. Taylor Jordan Fournier, summa cum laude. Andrew Scott Godinez. Amy Victoria Rose Manhard. Mariah Lynn Mann, summa cum laude. Taylor Lynn Martin, summa cum laude. Erin Nicole Murphy, summa cum laude. Alice Ann Reed. Brandon Cody Rich, magna cum laude. Kevin P. Sullenberger. Alexandra Michelle Wood.
Department Chair James Whiting, presenting
Mom, we
the
made it.
Languages and
I love
Linguistics
you.
Department. Darian A. Dodge. Department Chair Osama Tani, presenting the Mathematics Department. Caitlin Marie Sylvia, magna cum laude. Daniel Jason Astbury, magna cum laude. Nicholas John Bath. Sarah Allison Cody, magna cum laude. Nicholas S. Latvis. Music Theater and Dance Faculty Amanda Whitworth, presenting Music Theater and Dance Department. Tristan Winter Mays, summa cum laude. Alexander Benjamin Ager, cum laude. Adam F. Buparlant. Christopher Joseph Cheo. Leo Grant Curran, summa cum laude. Roland Eric Dubois, magna cum laude. Matthew Brian Eastman. Zachary Tyler Glennon, summa cum laude. Michaela Lee Hogan. Mary Elizabeth Hunter, magna cum laude. Nicholas John Kalanzakos. John David Kirk II. Rosemary Ann Legg. Benjamin P. Michon, cum laude. Miles J. Parsons, cum laude. Casey Claire Sawyer. Shane Patrick Smith. Jacob Scott Stone, magna cum laude. Shannon Elizabeth Sullivan. Carly Jen Usherwood, summa cum laude. Samantha Nicole Weiss, summa cum laude. Brian Christopher Williams. Abigail Ingalls Wright, summa cum laude. Department Chair Brian Healy, presenting the Psychology Department. Bianca Ramirez. Kirsten Lee Blanco. Catherine E. Bungay. Amy Faith Crespo, cum laude. Sarah Jean Daly, summa cum laude. Hannah Jean S. Kelly R. Pomeroy. Hunter James Grant. Tiara Lynn Huntley, magna cum laude. Molly McGuire Goodwin. Mallory Brooke Jones. Brianna J. Voitosh. Caroline E. Vanaken. Rachel Eileen Lopez. Caitlin Elizabeth Mackey. Irma Krupik, summa cum laude. Christina Michelle Lanfranchi. Brielle Joe Lapiana. Alex Lynn. Aiden Leslie McDonald, cum laude. Steph Davis Negrelli. Joseph Brian Phillips III, summa cum laude. Brooke Elizabeth Lonergan, cum laude. Bridget Elizabeth Scary. Corey Olivia Stewart. Rachel Michelle Rete, cum laude. Clark E. Roberts, summa cum laude. Brooke Caitlin Robinson, summa cum laude. Kaylee Lynn Sheehan. Elizabeth Renee Shipley. Jacqueline Francis Tormey. Jonathan Chavez. Andrew Stephen Walowski. Kiana Marie Masonette. Adam Michael Tack. Tord Obran Thorson, cum laude. Sherry Lynn Tomkowitz. Kristen Lee Warren. Department Chair Patrick May, presenting the Social Science Department. Hannah K. Dutton, magna cum laude. Samantha Nicole Brothers. Georgia Ann Brown, magna cum laude. Alexander S. Copeland. Cody Pasquale Davidowitz. Gabrielle Melissa Davis. Madison Rose Diaz. Emily Jane Dudek, magna cum laude. Haven Tracy Gilbert. Adam James Haversat, cum laude. Michaela D. Higgins. David Allen Moberly. James Burton Morrow, magna cum laude. Miranda Marie Mountain, cum laude. Cody Illinois, magna cum laude. Cameron Albert Pearson. Anna Marie Perkins. John Joseph Rosigno, magna cum laude. Megan Marie Rousseau, cum laude. Miranda Lee Sampson, summa cum laude. Megan Helene Saviano. Shelby Marie Sawyer. Ali Sekou, cum laude. Daniel P. Spearman. Michaela Nicole Testa. Philip Foster Wettengel. Sarah Lynn Witt. Jack James Wilson, cum laude. Megan Ann Wirtz, summa cum laude. Paige Lindsay Young. Director of Faculty Roxana Wright and Director of Students Gregory Dumont, presenting the College of Business Administration. Tucker Joseph Moss, summa cum laude. Aaron Ross Acorn. Dylan James Adamowski, magna cum laude. Alyssa Nelly Outschuler, cum laude. Faris Ahmed Aleha. Carlos A. Amato. Brian E. Endeloft. Jeffrey Michael Armstrong. Kevin James Cooney. Kayla Ann Atkinson, magna cum laude. Emily Faith Abbey, summa cum laude. Samuel Winslow Avery. Kira Lynn Bailey, cum laude. Madison Beatrice. Tyler Andrew Bennett. Jake Dana Bernache. Brandon Scott Bishop, cum laude. Douglas Abram Lunan. Jenna Lee Bolio. Cassandra Marie Botnick. Cassandra Bouchard. Andrew Boulay. Mitchell Wayne Boutwell. Megan Marie Brow. Philip James Boyatsis. Joshua Daniel Bryson. Jeremy Paul Buckley. Justin Raphael Burgos. Ryan John Callahan. Ryan Robert Carrier. Quinn Harrison Carroll, summa cum laude. William Thomas Carroll. John Gallagher Cherwick. Sam Chavarini, summa cum laude. Morgan Pearl Coleman, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Conley. Joseph Timothy Connors. Casey Brandon Conroy. Tanner G. Corbett. Jennifer Elizabeth Cordes. Ian Andrew Cool. David Lloyd Cox. Emily Ann Crawford. Alex Cabot Karate. Jennifer June Cullen. Owen Douglas Cushman. Rebecca Lynn Dale. Dallas Daniel DeFrancesco. Daniel Stephen DeLuca. Nicholas Andrew DeMars. Eric Anthony DeMeo. Gregory Edward Desmond. Catherine Daniela DeSeely. Thomas Dow. Alexander David Dresser, magna cum laude. Travis B. Dudow. Connor G. Duffy. Daniel Anthony DePel, summa cum laude. Michael Garrick Economos, magna cum laude. Joseph Michael Edgar, cum laude. Evan A. Fillion. Heather Renee Fillion, summa cum laude. I'm sorry? Andrew James Filthout. Riley Michael Flanagan. Mariah Noel Ford. Jesper Carl Ingmar Freidholm. Nicholas John Gallo. Bola N. Galtam, summa cum laude. John Allen Gavin. Alton Gabriel George, cum laude. Sierra Cariana Gideon. Kevin Robert Gilchrist. Robert Michael Giordano. Austin J. Gordon. Gabriel Sullivan Goslin. Stephen R. Grant, magna cum laude. Dagan Gray. Stephen A. Griswold. Carter James Halloran. Kevin Norbert Hart, summa cum laude. Tiffany Harrington, cum laude. Jacob S. Howe. Sarah Lauren Huff, magna cum laude. Lauren Catherine Huntoon. Sophia Malayath. Billy Gerald James. Jennifer Elise Johansson, cum laude. Hannah Jane Callis. James Lee Casamalis. Hannah Catherine Caslow, magna cum laude. Vivian Marie Cattell, cum laude. Justin James Kevlick. Daniel Michael Kingsley. Jake Raymond Coster. Jordan A. Cost. Michael Matthew Corey. Jarek R. Krajewski, magna cum laude. Brandon David Kruger. Cassie E. LaCroix. Jason Vincent LaRiviere. Joseph Patrick LaValle. Edward Paul Lastowski Jr., cum laude. Joshua David LeBlanc. Brandon Scott Lee. Eric Michael Leach. Andrew E. Lemieux. Samuel James Libby. Nicholas Ward Lorino. Wesley Alden Lowell. Cameron Michael Lyons, magna cum laude. Connor Matthew McRae, cum laude. Zachary Donald Madden. Adriana Susan Major. Maureen Maney. Will Roland Martin. Mark Martinos, magna cum laude. Laura Marie Masessa, summa cum laude. Caitlin C. McCann. Stephen Patrick McCluskey. Ian Patrick McGilvery, magna cum laude. Austin P. Melanson. Trevor Joel Merrill. Daniel Robert Michelli, magna cum laude. Lucy Corinne Miller, cum laude. Savannah Mackenzie Miller, magna cum laude. Sean E. Miller. Zachary Todd Malone. Joseph Daniel Mullen. Oh. Connor J. Mullen. Andrew Timothy Monaghan, cum laude. James Montgomery. Megan Lee Moores. Michael S. Morrissey. Rachel Marie Morrissey, magna cum laude. Michael Sibley Murphy IV. Stephen Mitchell Najemi. Ryan Christopher Oney. David Levi Narrow. Nicholas Robert Newhouse, magna cum laude. Divya R. Patel. Benjamin A. Petron. Justin John Pintaro. Brandon Oscar Poulin. Samuel Robert Prescott, magna cum laude. Kimberly Ann Pucell, summa cum laude. John P. Prestone. Richard Arthur Ramsden Jr., summa cum laude. Brooke A. Reed. Anna Lisa Marie Richardson, cum laude. Brittany Therese Rivard. Christopher Griffin Rung. Michael Anthony Sabatino. Jared T. Sables. Joshua David Salinger, cum laude. Eric Reinhardt Salmon, cum laude. Jennifer Megan Salvucci. Matthew William Saulnier. Jasmine Scally, cum laude. Kirk Schuster Southern. Colleen Claire Shaughnessy. Colin Patrick Shaughnessy. Harrison L. Shaw. Timothy James Sheehy. Zachary Davis Shepard. Sean P. Simino, cum laude. Devin Marie Smith. Dylan James Smith, magna cum laude. Nicholas Anthony Sorrentino III. Catherine Margaret Stilling. Craig Aaron Stockwell, summa cum laude. Baxter James Strung. Eric Pierre George Strom, summa cum laude. Michaela Rose Tafe, cum laude. Justin Robert Tebow. Kayla Marie Thornton, cum laude. Mallory Louise Tinkham. Joshua Walter Tobin. Stephen A. Toussaint. Samantha Rose Tracy, summa cum laude. Christopher Michael Underwood. Amanda Marie Ehrman. Julius Vandenbroek. Nikolai Vanek. Mark Anthony Versellini. Matthew Ray Vermillion, cum laude. Jack Vignon. Connor Edward Voorhees. Ryan Michael Waldecker, cum laude. Ryan Michael Walker. Zachary Dale Watterson. Cameron Frank Welch. Rebecca Ann Weldon, summa cum laude. Patrick William Westcott. Spencer Leland White. Ryan A. Wimble, summa cum laude. Parker Garrett Wright. Tyler James Young. Mariah Ann Zanka, magna cum laude. Anthony David Zolano. Dylan J.P. Zimmerman, summa cum laude. Patrick Slatanich, summa cum laude. Department Chair Stephanie Halter, presenting the Criminal Justice Department. Clara E. Segedy, summa cum laude. Andrew John Alexander. Mika Aaron Berman. Daniel Richard Cacciatore. Alexander Michael Caesar. Adam Harvey Chambers. Adam C. Savinskas. Colin Drew Claffin. Todd Michael Cloutier. Ashley Elizabeth Coe. Hunter W. Cody. Taylor Robert Doyle. Michael Allen Fournier, magna cum laude. Amber Nicole Gilbert. Daniel Gillen. Andrew Joseph Gregoire. Sarah E. Hare. Jeffrey James Holder, magna cum laude. Ernest James Johnson III. Robert Kamanzi. Tyler Bruce Kronoff. Eric Jean Lorendo. Olivia Anna Leon. Logan G. Lewis. Megan Rose Lunetta, cum laude. Connor Edward Mealy, magna cum laude. Danielle Lynn Mustafa. Ross Joseph Murphy. Andrew D. Myers. Maria Nikopoulos. Meredith Lynn Nicosia. Richard Leo Ordway Jr., cum laude. Ariana M. Picard, cum laude. Kevin Pierre. Adam Nicholas Paquette. Stephanie Ann Prescott. Charles Lorenzo Russick, cum laude. Annalise Rue Schmidt, magna cum laude. Robert James Selfridge. Brianna Marie Shaw. Shannon Dorothy Skinner. Brian David Spink, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Thagoras, cum laude. James Richard Terrio, cum laude. Alex Daniel Tawn. Eric Matthew Torres. Joseph Robert Trask, magna cum laude. Department Chair Mary Cornish, presenting the Early Childhood Studies Department. Abby Elizabeth Huston, magna cum laude. Madeline Lisa Adams, summa cum laude. James Clarence Allenack. Carrie Lee Annis, cum laude. Casey Lee Palmer Arthur, magna cum laude. Jennifer Lee Garter, cum laude. Courtney Michelle Giddis, magna cum laude. Kelsey Morgan Gilligan, magna cum laude. Evan Howard Griffin, magna cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Gustafson. Emma Christina Heath, summa cum laude. Jasmine Taylor Johnson, magna cum laude. Julie Ann LeBlanc. Nicole K. Lund, magna cum laude. Alexandra Ellen Matthews, cum laude. Jordan Diana Murphy, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Scher, cum laude. Amanda Elizabeth Silva. Olivia Vale. Michaela Ann Young, magna cum laude. Department Chair Allison Wenhart, presenting the Elementary Education and Childhood Studies Department. Kayla Ann Weiland, summa cum laude. Cameron Dix Bailey. Mariah Douglas Burke, cum laude. Sophie G. Carter, cum laude. Megan B. Casey. Haley Elizabeth Clark. Karen Ann Clark, summa cum laude. Logan Jane Craffey. Michaela A. Demerit. Megan Kathleen Doherty. Katie Lynn Ducharme, magna cum laude. Sarah Catherine Eldridge, cum laude. Megan Murphy Elliott. Daniel Fernandez Phelps, cum laude. Cassandra Lee Ferreira, summa cum laude. David Taylor Flepp III. Colleen Catherine Garrity. Kelly Elise Guimont. Caitlin Jean Kennard, cum laude. Alexis Catherine Main, cum laude. Jocelyn Murdoch, magna cum laude. Sarah Lynn Phelps, summa cum laude. Michaela Helen Quinn, summa cum laude. Kirsten Elizabeth Roman, summa cum laude. Sierra Marie Sari, summa cum laude. Marissa Nicole Santarelli, summa cum laude. Brianna Simpson. Emily Ann Spalding, summa cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Hart, cum laude. Amelia J. McHugh. Caitlin Marie Wilder. Jennifer Lee Wojciechowski. Katia Wyman. Jessica J. Souza. Department Chair Linda Levy presenting the Health and Human Performance Department.
Yeah,
Tyler Douglas Hawley, summa cum laude. Amy Caroline Albert. Jamelia Kennedy Almonte, summa cum laude. Brianna Marie Barksdale. Darian Bach Bartabog. Ryan Sean Perrin. Brandon Daniel Blinn Jr.
You're good, you got it.
Colleen Rose Boland. Frederic Bruzeau Lalonde. Zachary D. Brewster. Christine Barbara Bourdieu, summa cum laude. Greta Rose Buckley, cum laude. Linda Jessica Budzinski.
Congrats.
Clay Garrett Callahan. Jennifer Michelle Lillian Carton. Abigail N. Cerrone, cum laude. Nathan Robert Clark, cum laude. Albert J. Cole. Sydney Marjorie Kopp, summa cum laude. Brittany Ellen Couture. Philip Adam Courier. Jeremy Tyler Demore. Eva Jean Daniels. Miguel William dos Santos. Bradley Michael Druick. Zachary Wayne Adoz. Rosalie M. Edmonds, cum laude. Brianna Lee Ferrulo, magna cum laude. Jamie A. Fitzgerald. Ryan Christopher Garden. Dimitri Corey Gianos. Brittany Catherine Giblin. Megan Elizabeth Gregoire, cum laude. Jordan Nicholas Hunt. Robert Timothy Hurley.
Congrats,
Erica Lindsay Giroz. Brian N. Jones, summa cum laude.
Congrats, Lex. Congrats. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Richard James Casper. Alexi Nicole Kidd. Hope B. Larson. Allison B. LeMay. Charlotte Taken Lemgart, summa cum laude. Emily Jean License, cum laude. Alexandra R. Littlefield. Brianna Marie Lambert, summa cum laude. Coleman James Leiden. Nicholas Joseph McGregor, cum laude. Tyler Robert Mahoney, magna cum laude. Brett David Matthews. Allison Hayward Mobilia. Daniel Patrick Nilsson. Amanda Zoe Willette. Sophia Rose Pagliarani, cum laude. Bianca Marie Pellin. Christopher Mark Perot. Raina Lise Pollock. Natalie G. Pollitt, cum laude. Lindsay Morgan Poulin. Allison Margaret Perdue, magna cum laude. Taylor C. Ranney. Rocco Julian Repetto. Emma Kate Rhodes, cum laude. Sarah Eulela Royal. Marcus Germain Savigny. Gracie Joel. Alex Blaylock Simino, cum laude. Andrew Tyler St. Cyr, cum laude. Ross Robert St. Ange. Nima D. Tamang. Brett Scott Timmerman. William Dempsey Tracy, magna cum laude. Jessica M. Turcott, summa cum laude. Ashley Mae Valmay. Nicholas Dean Vatteroni. Michael Tyler Wakefield. Ryan C. Weber. David Brian Yale, summa cum laude. Director Kathleen Patnoud, presenting the nursing department. Megan Kate Hudson, cum laude. Jared Edward Ballou, cum laude. Catherine Irene Bishop, magna cum laude. Taylor Jan Coleman, magna cum laude. Robin Caroline Footet. Christina Marie Fucciulo. Amy Elizabeth Hackett, summa cum laude. Sunny Jacobus, summa cum laude. Zara Amber Jacobus, magna cum laude. David Scott Killam, summa cum laude. Caitlin Meredith Knopf. Michael J. Reardon. Megan Deborah Royer, cum laude. Matthew P. Slayton, magna cum laude. Caitlin Mary Warren. Department Chair Christina Lynn, presenting the Social Work Department. Brianna Nicole Shepard. Brandy Nicole Basevitz. Kelsey Hart Cronin, cum laude. Emma Catherine D'Alessandro, magna cum laude. Manuka Dakal. Ava Maria DiTullio. Bonnie Jean Gorman, magna cum laude. Amanda F. Grant. Ashley Rachel John, summa cum laude. Brooke Lindsay Judd, cum laude. Tanisha Lazar, magna cum laude. Brett Stephen Laporto, cum laude. Elizabeth Ashley Liss. Brent T. Lascala, magna cum laude. Taylor Nicole Murphy, cum laude. Radhika Nurola. Christina Haley Osgood, cum laude. Daniel Tabor, summa cum laude. Rebecca Elizabeth Tamaro. Somegi Vega, cum laude. Julia Kelsey Wilford. A round of applause for the class of 2017.
Family, friends, faculty and staff, alumni, distinguished guests, and the illustrious class of 2017. Today we have hit a milestone, one that some thought would never come, some feel it came too soon, and some of us still can't believe we made it, and we're actually here. Having been blessed with the honor to stand before you and share in the closing remarks for this commencement ceremony, I pondered over how best to summarize our time together. How does one encapsulate in one short, succinct speech the gravity of this moment and the journey it all took to get here? For many, this journey came at a great cost, financially, socially, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. We've given up time with our families and with our loved ones. We've worked 2 jobs, staying up late into the evenings to study for that test, finish that paper, and complete that thesis or dissertation. Through each of these adversities, however, we have withstood the challenge. We've been knocked down, but each time we stand back up, ready for the next opportunity placed before us. We are the embodiment of resiliency. We are Plymouth State graduates. The term resiliency has been described as the capacity to learn, adapt, and recover quickly from difficulties, transforming through continuous development into a more desirable outcome or being. As a 12-year veteran of law enforcement, I most often come into contact with people when they are at their worst, when life has beaten them down, and when the decisions they made have resulted in unfortunate consequences. To each of these individuals, I remind them, it's not the poor choices they made that define who they are, but it's the manner in which they overcome them. Each one of us has stumbled. We've hit that wall or made that poor choice, and we've questioned whether the cost and sacrifice was worth it. At each of these moments, we are faced with the choice to give up or to take life's lessons and move forward. As an officer, I've built my career on serving, on seeing beyond the arrest to the person who is struggling and needs a hand up, and over the obstacle before them. And I'm thankful to many of who are in the audience today who offered me their hand of support as well. If obtaining these degrees were easy, everyone would have one. However, this task has been an arduous battle, one which has placed you among a coveted group of individuals. The U.S. Census Bureau produced a study where it said that only 33% of the United States population has attained a college degree. 7% have obtained a master's, and less than 2% have obtained a doctorate. This achievement was not earned by mistake or without effort. It was achieved through vision, passion, commitment, and a mindset and staying power that allowed each of us to do that which we needed to get here today. We found the strength and courage in ourselves and through the support of our friends, roommates, faculty mentors, cohort members, and Plymouth State supporters. We overcame the unexpected, tackled the obstacles placed before us, and found the staying power to push forward. The journey does not end here, however. While we've been transformed through our time at Plymouth State, we must reshape that vision, continue to journey onward, and tackle the new obstacles that will be placed before us. We must find that next motivation, that next challenge, and persist in transforming the world as we valiantly move forward in our new lives as graduates, using that which we learned here at PSU to make our world a better place to live, work, and be. I encourage you to remember those individuals who helped you to overcome those obstacles, who gave you the skills and supports that you needed to face the road ahead. And I challenge you to help others along their way as they travel through their own paths, just as many supported you to get you where you are today. Look around, acknowledge those who helped you, and take note of those who saw those roadblocks, and rather than seeing it as an obstacle to overcome, fell short and lost their vision. As you leave here today, having accomplished this challenge, remember that you are resilient. You can accomplish great things. And when life throws its best at you, stand up and remember this moment of greatness. After all, we are graduates of Plymouth State.
When you're retired, you don't need to wear a watch. I don't know what time it is, but I know in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds, it will be that time for you. Class of 2017, congratulations to you for becoming the newest members of the Plymouth State Alumni Association. I am delighted yet humbled to represent the 50th reunion class of 1967 at your graduation, and consider it a wonderful honor. As it is the first Plymouth State graduation in which I am able to be an active participant. I was a transfer student back in 1963, and because of that, my graduation requirements were met at the end of the first semester. Uncle Sam had other ideas for me. Vietnam was in full swing. I was stationed at Foots Hill, Oklahoma in May of 1967 in preparation for my eventual deployment to Vietnam in an artillery battalion. I was not able to attend graduation, so today is extra special for me. Thank you. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention a good friend of mine who also was here today in cap and gown. He was also in May of 1967 in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and also served in Vietnam. Arthur Skip Learned. If you might stand up, Skip. I know you're down there somewhere. You know, as you open the door to leave Plymouth State and go out on your own, there'll no doubt be some bumps in the road. I can well attest to the fact that Plymouth State has prepared you to handle adversity and enable you to pursue your dreams. I can look back on my personal life of perseverance. When I left my previous college, I took a year off to do some serious soul searching about my future. Then Plymouth State, with Dr. Norton Bagley's encouragement, was in the right place at the right time for me. Plymouth State's door was open. I walked in, and next few years, through the caring and guidance of this school, I was pointed in the right direction and prepared for a very successful and very rewarding 30-plus career year in education. Since leaving Plymouth State, I'm proud to have given back financially, served on various committees, and was fortunate to serve as an assistant baseball coach for over 20 years. Cherish your college years. Use the skills you've learned to help others. Give of yourself, as I know this faculty and staff here and other alumni of Plymouth State have given of themselves. My sincere best wishes to you, class of 2017, and I salute you.
This concludes today's ceremony. Graduates and guests can join the faculty outside on Courier Field to begin the celebration. Graduates are asked to remain in their rows until the platform party is passed and your row is released by the ushers. Thank you and congratulations.